got your population in the east and you got your population in the west. But to get between them, you need about 500 ox, 500 carriage, about 250 carriages actually. Resources, people, a lot of effort, the will to actually do it. This isn't looking good. So we need a new way. We need a new way to get from the west to east that doesn't require any effort. It can go through many of the states. But what are we gonna build? We can't build a boat. I mean, we don't even know something that's lighter than air. So why don't we build a railway? And this is what they did. So, the railway system in America began when the Pacific Railway Company and the Western Railway Company, whatever they were called, I'm just going to call them that, decided to unite the United States via a railway. Now, what they would do was build from either ends and meet each other in the middle. This was a lot harder than you think, because when it came time to meeting in the middle, they were a few miles off. So they had to rip up the track and go back, and then it happened, the uniting of the American railway system. United with a golden spike in the ground to symbolize that this was the point where America was united. Then some people had the brilliant idea of stealing the golden spike overnight. So the railways provided a lot easier transport. You could get from west coast to east coast in a matter of days, even hours. Now you had railway systems that ran up into the northern states, one that ran through the deep south, ones that ran straight across the spine of America, but all of them were vital. Now, they were vital because cattle runs were becoming a thing, and it was easier to transport them up to railways than to track them from Texas to Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, maybe into Florida, South Carolina, North Carolina. Yeah, it's just a lot easier just to get a train. And that's what they did. So the railways not only provided money for cattle runners and transport for people who wanted to start a new life in the West, but they also managed to supply the Great Plains. They also managed to get their supplies into the Sierra Nevada desert. They united America. Well, I could talk about the history of trains in a later video. Well, at least in Britain anyway. But these railways was one step into what would become America. Obviously, the railways would expand and you'd get state to state, interstate to interstate, and you'd even get ones that would go from any of the northern states up to Alaska. I know there's definitely a railway that they built during World War II that they used to transport troops up to Alaska just in case the Soviets invaded. Yeah. So that is the history of the American railways. Let me know what you think about trains and railways in the comments below. And I will see you next time for one of the greatest triumphs in American history. One that was cemented into history books. One that, I'm not going to give too much away, but one that really defined America for what it was. One that really said, that is America. I'm talking way too much.